Hello guys, I gave an interview in a company called Eat Easily, and the company location is the Bangalore, and the interview date was the June 25, 2025. So they asked me the latest version of PHP. So I said 8.4. So second question they asked me array type in PHP. So there are types of arrays in PHP like the indexed PHP, associative, indexed arrays, associative arrays, and multidimensional arrays. So indexed array, that is a numeric indexed elements are stored with numeric keys. So method one is the you have a variable fruits equal to array, and then inside that you have the apple, banana, and orange. Method two, you have a dollar fruits equal to, and then you don't write any array, this thing, you just make a square bracket and then apple, banana, and orange. So accessing elements, so echo dollar fruit one, so it will show the banana. Second is the associative arrays. So elements are stored with the named keys. So let us suppose you have an array dollar person equal to square bracket name John, age 25, city New York. Accessing elements echo dollar person name, so the output will be the John. Third is the multi-dimensional array. So array, multi-dimensional arrays, also known as the arrays inside arrays. So dollar people equal to John 25 New York, comma Jenny 30 Los Angeles, comma Mark 22 Chicago, and then square bracket close. So accessing elements echo dollar people 1 1. So it will show the output of 30. Okay. So useful arrays function count dollar array returns the array of elements in an array. Array push array values adds elements to the end of an array. Array merge array 1 array 2 merge two or more arrays. Third question they ask me magic constants in PHP. So there are 8 magic constants in PHP. So PHP provides several built-in constants that change depending on where they are used. So these are known as the magic constant. So magic constant and description. So double underscore line and then double underscore. So this is the way to declare an magic constant. So line, that is the current line in the file. File, full path and the file name of the file. dir, directory of the file. Function, function name. Class, class name. Trait, trait name. Method, class method name. Namespace, current namespace. Fourth question they ask me, trait in PHP. So PHP does not support multiple inheritance directly because a class in PHP can inherit only one parent class. This restriction avoids the complexities and ambiguities of the diamond problem, which can occur in multiple inheritance scenario. So let us suppose you have one trait logger, public function log message, echo log message. Another trait notifier, public function notify message, echo notification dollar message. Then class user, and then use logger and notifier traits. Public function create user dollar name, echo user dollar name created. This log created user dollar name. This notify user dollar name has been added. So dollar user equal to new user and user create user alias. Then the output will be the user alias created, log created use alias, and notification user alias has been added. Fifth question they asked me, session and cookies. So session stores data server side for logged in users. In the case of cookies, stores data client side on the user's browser for both logged in and non-logged in users. So in the case of session, store data server side for logged in users only. And in the cookies, store data client side on the user's browser for both logged in and non-logged in user. Sixth question they ask me, string functions in PHP. So there are some functions like the concat length, upper, lower, substring, or trim, replace. Seventh question, they ask me double underscore get, or they ask me what is a dollar underscore get. So dollar underscore get is a PHP super global variable that is used to collect from data or values sent in the URL using the HTTP GET method. It stores the data as an associative arrays. Okay, associative arrays means that second one arrays. Okay, where we have the key and value. Associative arrays where the keys are the parameter names from the URL and the values are the data passed. Okay, so let us suppose if the URL is page.php and this one query string city equal to Delhi, then in the page.php this code echo dollar underscore get city, so the output will be the Delhi. They asked me constructor and destructors in PHP. So double underscore construct, the constructor method called when an object is created. Double underscore destruct called when an object is destroyed. So constructor versus destructor in PHP. So constructor initialize an object when it is created. Destructor clean up resources before the object is destroyed. Constructor method name is double underscore construct. Destructor double underscore destruct. Constructor automatically called when an object is created. Destructor automatically called when the object is destroyed. Constructor set default values, open database connections, etc. Destructor close files, free memory, close database connections, etc. Constructor can accept arguments. Destructor cannot accept arguments. Constructor can be overloaded, yes, using default values or optional parameters. Destructor, no, only one destructor allows one class. So syntax for constructor is function double underscore construct argument 1 argument 2. Destructor function double underscore destruct and then destruct and then you have some curly braces. For example, you have a class my class function double underscore construct and echo constructor called. Another function you have destruct echo destructor called, and you have created one object equal to new my class constructor runs here. So destructor will run automatically at the end of the script. So summary, constructor starts when object is created. Destructor ends when object is destroyed. Okay. So both are part of the object oriented programming in PHP. Another question they ask me, char and varchar. So char when data has the fixed size. Varchar when data varies in length. So if we can create one table for the char and varchar. So char always use the defined length even if the string is shorter. Varchar use only the needed space plus 1-2 bytes extra. Char is character, varchar is variable character. Char is fixed length, varchar is variable length. Char is slightly faster for the fixed size values. Varchar slightly slower but more space efficient. Char adds extra space to match length. Varchar no padding stores as is. Char when all values are the same length, OTPs, fixed length, codes, etc. Varchar when values vary in length like the names and emails. This is very important line. If you are using OTP in your program, then you should use the char because it has a fixed length. In the case of the varchar, if you are using the names or emails, then you can use the varchar. Okay, so char up to 255 character and varchar up to 65,533 bytes, depends on raw size and char set, char set. Truncate and delete, the next question they asked me. So first I want to discuss delete. These are the queries. So delete is a SQL command used to remove one or more rows from a table based on a condition using the where clause. It can also be used to delete all rows without dropping the table. So the query is delete from table name where and then condition. In the case of the truncate, so definition, no where clause. In truncate, truncate is a SQL command used to remove all rows from a table instantly and reset auto increment values while keeping the table structure inactive. It cannot delete specific rows as it is faster than delete. So truncate table name, so it will truncate the entire table data. Okay, so these are both delete or truncate are both for the deleting the what do you call rows in the table. These commands won't delete any columns. For column we have the another command like the alter. So next question they asked me data types in MySQL. So in MySQL, data types are broadly classified into 5 main categories, and within them there are 40 specific types. So category numeric, string character, date and time, binary blob, and JSON special. So first is numeric, int, tiny int, float, decimal, and big int. Second, string character, char, varchar, text, enum, set. Third, date and time, date, date time, timestamp, year, time. Fourth, binary blob, binary, var binary, tiny blob, blob, long blob. Fifth, JSON special, JSON geometry, point, line string, etc. So we have 5 categories of data types in MySQL: numeric, string or character, string and character, numeric, string and character, date and time, binary blob, and JSON. So if you want to remember it like the numeric, string, date, binary, and JSON. So we have the 5 main category of SQL. So the company name was the Eat Easily, and the company location was the Bangalore, and the interview date June 25, 2025. So I will share more interview question with you. Till then, bye.